30.06. Fair and very dry is what the barometer says, T-Rex. You want to go check it out, see what we see? He's skidding sideways. The deck is not very dry. There must be a rabbit over there. Rabbit. Rex is gone. Yeah, it's fair and very dry up in the sky. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Clean, smoke-free air. Glistening poplar and the waning harvest moon. As for the deck, it's soaked. Heavy duty, high pressure system. Today I want to talk about the difference between high barometer cold and low barometer cold. Hearing some weird noises. T-Rex, come on back. High barometer, you get a still night, glassy Fallons Pond. With clear, calm air, you get radiational cooling. And then the coldest air, at least in the morning, is down near the ground. However, as the colder high moves off to the south, and it gets south of you, now you're going to get into a return flow of warmer air. Even though the barometer is still pretty high, we're going to get warmer air today. Inland, 85. Even at the coast, though, first day without a northeast wind since Friday, September 22nd. It's been 11 days. It's going to be a light southwest wind today. That crow doesn't work that well. I got to go find Rex. Oh, what? Did you just want to come and find the sunshine, T-Rex? Nice job. All right, we can continue this now. He's wrapped around that little tree. So high barometer cold. It's a sign of stability. It usually means nice weather, sinking air. That's what we have today. Going for 80 degrees, a lot of spots. People are working with heavy equipment over there. I'm going to relocate again. Oh, wow. Angela trying to grow some peas in the fall. I don't know. It's going to be good growing weather for this week, but our high barometer cold has a little bit of a change coming to it. There's a weak front in eastern Maine. North of that front, there is some cooler air, but the cooler air really is not going to come at New England. What it is going to do, though, is it's going to sort of divide our high pressure system into two pieces. So tomorrow we're going to have one really warm high along the Appalachians, and then another much colder high going into southeastern Canada. So Boston, this is the 3 to 5 day for Boston. You see the wind from the west today near 80, and then tomorrow the wind is back from the east due to that high well offshore. And then it tries to bring in some low-level moisture off the ocean, and coastal areas of New England may, by tomorrow night and Thursday, have low clouds and fog stuck, as it is still a high barometer, and when you get low-level moisture stuck under there, coming in off the ocean, it won't evaporate very quickly, especially with the low sun angle this time of year. While inland, on tomorrow and Thursday and maybe Friday, we could still be up around 85 or so with record challenging warmth. Some of the warmest in our life, October 4 and 5. And then the plot really thickens. This has been a moving target, as every weekend forecast has been lately. We have to go to Philippe in the tropics because that's part of the problem. Philippe at one point wasn't supposed to do anything, and then it was going to stay well east of Bermuda, and then a few days ago it was like going to be a tropical depression near the Caribbean, and then it was going to miss the Caribbean. Well, guess what? It made it to the northeast Caribbean islands last night as a minimal tropical storm. It defied all those forecasts, and now it is forecast to run up toward Bermuda, and it's getting weaker and farther west on every run. Yeah, that means closer to New England. So there is going to be interaction with our next front coming in on Friday. Highest impact Friday night into Saturday, with rain and thunderstorms possible from the west. We talked about that wave forming on the warm part of it in the mid-Atlantic and coming into southern New England. Well, now there's real competition going on Saturday and Sunday. So you got Philippe way offshore. You got the intensifying low pressure system now well northwest of us. So wind in New York on Saturday night is from the west, and wind in Maine is from the east. That's convergence, surface convergence, and that could mean that we're going to have an area where it's real heavy rain on one side, and then an area of sinking with no rain, and then an area of heavy rain on the other side. Bottom line is the QPF forecast for this weekend is nearly impossible. There it looks like there's almost 2 lows, Philippe and another one to its east trying to go into southeastern Canada. And then Sunday looks a little better now. Sunday, the wind's going to come in from the west for most of us. Now, this is what I'm going to call low barometer cold. Low barometer cold is when the coldest air is up in the sky. And the top of Mount Washington may end up snowing on Sunday into Monday. But with a west wind down near the coast, you can still be in the 60s. So low barometer cold is coldest up in the sky. That's what's coming in next week, compared to high barometer cold when it's coldest near the ground. It has to do with stability and densities. Anyhow, that low barometer cold early next week is a tease. A few days ago, it looked like a pretty good shot for some snow on the tops of our mountains. You see what happened in Utah yesterday? Thank you for sharing this. This is your name, David. In Utah yesterday, it snowed. So what about that snow forecast? A couple of days ago, it looked like a big snowstorm north of us up in Quebec, and now it looks like just a couple of spots of snow, now closer to Ontario. So what's happened is that cutoff upper level low is stalling, and you actually have Philippe looping to the west, or the remnant of Philippe merging with this sort of storm we're going to have, and you're going to have a spinning storm to the north of us in Ontario and Quebec. That's a lot like what happened last winter, and that's good for nothing when it comes to snow in our mountains, although who cares about snow in our mountains right now? Let's just enjoy some foliage. The foliage pictures are coming in strong now from northern New England. I'll show you an image of Stowe. I haven't even looked at it yet, but we may end up there in a week or so. And so it still looks like this weekend we are going to be wet, especially Saturday, Friday night to Saturday and Saturday night. Same old, kind of all over the place here. Trying to keep track of wrecks and my neighbors coming and going. It's a lot, even though it looks like a quiet neighborhood, every time I try and shoot this, there's some action that distracts me. But you're doing a really good job, T-Rex. Yesterday we went on a great walk. First I had a time lapse of a different kind of barge going by, and then a great walk up by Cape Cod Bay. Met a really nice man, Chris. Never met him before, but he started talking, he's fishing, and that was really fun. On the north side of Cape Cod, a real gem of a neighborhood. I won't tell you exactly where it is, but we spent quite some time there yesterday. And today, perhaps going to the National Seashore. What do you think, Weir? Talk to you later. The wind is stronger today, and it's more from the northeast than yesterday. 10th day in a row. Renewed high pressure and cold air advection. At least it's clean this time from Canada. I just looked up the name, the Patsy Polly. Funny name. It's pokeberry season. Did you used to throw these at each other when you were a kid, wearing white t-shirts? We did. T-Rex, you really missed it. No reason we can't do that now. There we go. See it. Yeah. Start high and then go low, I guess. A little off the top, a little off the side. Throw it up for the rocks, no doubt. T-Rex, we're going to the high rent district here on the north side of Cape Cod. You can tell by just looking at the shrubbery. I think that was the original Christmas tree shop right there. Rest in peace. What a difference. Of course, it's Monday. Look at that tree. It's so beautiful. Looks very old. Any idea what kind of tree it is? Want a hint? You know what kind of tree it is now? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Very high tide again in the land of bony trees and Montauk daisies and really old houses. Gorgeous day. So this is one of those hydrangea that did succumb to the cold last year. And I'm sure the homeowner is thrilled that one of them came out. Look at that, old school. Though we're approaching salt water, whenever you see these cattails, you know there's fresh water down there too. So it's where freshwater meets saltwater on the north side of Cape Cod on a breezy, beautiful October 2nd. What's that? Cedar. Right. What's that? I don't know, choke cherry. I like reading the monuments. Thatcher Shore Road, 1908. So Thatcher, those are the people that started those bogs up this side of Bass River. They were trying to undo all the dams that the Thatcher family built to restore Bass River as a vibrant estuary. I'm sure the Thatchers had good intentions, but we all have good intentions. Challenging to find rhyme and reason to which hydrangeas survived and thrived and which ones did not. Survive and thrive, better luck next year. Survive and thrive, better luck next year, so on and so on. What's the vine that looks like grapes but is not grapes? You know? There's a crow. Look at him, he's all quiet. Thinks we don't know he's there. Totally see you, Mr. Crow. Where are all your friends? It's called goldenrod. You can often find the monarch butterflies in here before they fly to Mexico. I would love to see a monarch butterfly. Looks like another pretty high tide. This wind is from the northeast 10 days in a row. Littlefreelibrary.org. Take a book, share a book. He who has a garden and a library wants for nothing. Cicero. Wow. How do you like them apples? Horse would love it here. The apples. More apples than leaves. And an authentic thatched roof. Does that look familiar? Like the top of the Christmas tree shop at the Cape Cod Canal? Same family. I too had a paper box like this growing up. Cape Cod Standard Times. Says it under there somewhere. It's a lot of water. They almost built the Cape Cod Canal here. They were thinking about it, connecting Nantucket Sound and Cape Cod Bay. Bass River. This isn't bad. 2 weeks ago, billions of bunker pogies. Don't know where they are now, though. Come go.
Last week they were. Haven't seen you for a while. Been in Florida for 4 years.
Yeah, so my name's Tim Kelly from Cape Cod. You were just talking about Fallon's Pond?
Yes.
That's where I grew up. What's your name? Where are you from?
Chris Paganas from Worcester.
Worcester. And you said you may have seen me?
Doing the weather on NECN, right?
Yeah. All right.
I still watch NECN when I'm up here.
So where do you live now?
When I moved to Florida, I bought a house and I lived in St. Augustine. Because they roost like that.
There are the crows. Not sure what they're into right now, Chris, but
I've seen flocks of them in Worcester. There's probably 500-600 of them.
yeah, that's called, you just said it.
Roosting.
Roost.
They roost.
They roost.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm totally into crows. I'm actually more into crows than I am into fish.
See that? See those two seagulls over the water?
Yeah.
See how they're flying?
Yeah.
There's fish breaking under them. They're pushing up the bait. That's why they're doing that. See them?
Let's get over there.
Can't get there from here. Need a kayak.
Nice looking house up there.
Oh. I don't know if that's a house. I think that might be an old resort.
Oh, maybe Anthony's Kamaquad or something like that?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's still being used.
There's some houses over there.
There are houses over there, yeah.
Yeah. Great to meet you, Chris. So fun.
Same here, Tim.